All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the. Oh, let me see. Did I fix the audio? Give me 1 second. I think I messed up the audio. Go down there and then. Sorry, I was a bit busy and arrived home a little bit late. But where is it? There we go. All right. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you guys can. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So, anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream. I apologize for everybody for last week. Last week I could not live stream and I totally forgot I had to live stream. I was very busy. I was having a lot of fun with family and friends, and then I remembered I was supposed to live stream today. So I apologize for those of you waiting last week for a live stream. I just forgot, honestly, 100% forgot. So I apologize about that, you guys. But at least I was able to make it here today. I remembered I made this wonderful thumbnail of Kim Possible and put the Thursday night live stream. So this thumbnail is a combination of original art, AI, and Google all combined with a unique prompt. So this is very simple and easy to make if you have the right ingredients to make it. I know that Mr. Supersonic was asking as to how I make certain art. But yeah, anyways, last week on Thursday, again, like I said before, I definitely forgot until like 9 p.m. I remembered that I was supposed to live stream, but again, I apologize about that. Very, very much apologize. Anyways, hello, Chris Hanberry. I am very happy to see you here, Mr. Supersonic. Chris says, Rip Ben Jones, a.k.a. Cooter Davenport from the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, The Dukes of Hazzard was an incredible show. I do remember that show as well. Movie. The movie, not the show. The movie The Dukes of Hazzard was an all-time classic back in the day. People used to watch it all the time. And let me see here. And yeah, people Impossible cheerleading. People were big fans of that movie, and of course of the actors and characters of said movie. But yep, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Ben Jones. Let me see if I can find a picture of Ben Jones, Dukes of Hazzard. Let me see. Images. Boom. All right. I'm going to switch now to here. Hopefully nothing weird pops up. There we go. So this is Ben Jones of Dukes of Hazzard. And as Chris Hanberry said, hey, rest in peace. This movie is a fantastic film, fantastic movie. A lot of people really liked it. That car was definitely a classic. I mean, many people really liked that vehicle. When I first started watching, when I first watched this movie, this car is actually one that I really, really liked. I mean, look at the DVD cover. It's a classic. I might make a Kim Possible version of this, but, stay tuned. All right, now back to the topic, back to Kim Possible. Now, this is pretty nice. Now, all of this is AI, by the way. It's pretty much AI, as I can tell. Like right off the bat, I can mostly tell if it's AI or not. This is not AI. This is an original. Anyways, today we are going to be talking about Kim Possible and cheerleading, as you can see here in the video thumbnail. We have wonderful Kim Possible, and we have a wonderful, wonderful football field. And in my opinion, I believe that Kim Possible is one of the best animated shows that portrays cheerleading. I think that Kim Possible, the creators, directors, the people involved in creating this wonderful series, they put a lot of time, effort, and a lot of details into this show when it came to cheerleading. Not a lot of animated shows put so much effort into a particular sport or athletic activity like the creators of Kim Possible did. And I think it had a lot to do also with the art director, Steven Loader. Now, Steven Loader was the art director of Kim Possible. Impossible Steven Loader. Sorry, Steve Loader. So let me see if I can get a picture of him. Where is he? Steve Loader. Steve Loader. Here we go. Let me just get a picture of him. So this is Steve Loader, and he became the director, the art director of Kim Possible in season 2 and beyond. Season 1 had a different director, but Steve Loader was a very well-known director. He was first working for the animated series before Kim Possible. He was working on Jake Long, American Dragon. And Jake Long, American Dragon is one of my favorites. The first season, of course, of Jake Long, American Dragon has beautiful, fantastic art. But after Steve Loader left, the new art director did a horrible job with the animation, in my opinion. So Steve Loader definitely made great leaps and improvements when it came to animation and when it came to the designs of the characters, in my opinion. And you can also see the different the improvements of the designs as the years go by watching the Kim Possible series. Seasons 2 and 3 of the Kim Possible series have a particular art style, but season 4 has a more polished and a little bit different art style. Kim looks more like a older teen in season 4. But as I was stating initially, today we'll be talking about the cheerleading part of the show, which is a very important aspect of this show. It's a hot topic, right? And that's one of the things that the live action Kim Possible movie couldn't just get right. Mr. Supersonic says, did you know they are making a new Lilo and Stitch 2D short called Lilo and Scratch? Yes, I did. I did read about that, Mr. Supersonic. Maya Kealoha, who also portrayed her in the 2025 film, will voice her following the death of Davy Chase. Oh, wow. That's very, it's very good for her and very sad for this person. But, a lot of great voice actors and people in media have been passing away. What I've been noticing is a lot of the, the voice actors and art directors, animators of the past are passing away. But I'm glad that Lilo and Stitch is still alive. Well, Lilo and Scratch now it's going to be called. The short will debut in front of Disney's upcoming animated film, Hexed. Yes, I did hear about Hexed as well on November 25th. Chris says, it's funny Ron Stoppable, Ron is afraid of monkeys, but in the episode Richie, he had a baby cockroach. Oh, Rochi, yes, he had a baby cockroach as a pet. Yeah, so Ron is scared of monkeys, but he does not have a phobia. He is not scared of garbage eating things and rodents. For example, he does have a naked mole rat, okay? So Ron Stoppable does have a naked mole rat, and he apparently can also have a pet cockroach, which is weird. But he also likes junk food, so I can see the relation, Cockroach eats junk. Ron Stoppable eats junk food. I wouldn't say Steve Loader worked for Jake Long for Kim Possible season 2. KP came out before Jake Long. So I'm saying this, Mr. Supersonic, based on so I don't know. Let me see, how do I put this? In the credits, the end credits of the season 2 of Kim Possible, we see Steve Loader. So let's see here. Steve Loader, when did he start working on Kim Possible? Let me get the facts straight, all right? Okay, so if we go to the Kim Possible wiki here, it states, Steve Loader is the director of Kim Possible. Steve's first episode as director was season 2's The Ron Factor. During seasons 3 and 4, he produced a show along with the series co-creators. So I would say he had a lot to do. I think for the first couple of episodes was a different director. And then Steve Loader started working on season 2 after the Ron Factor. Chronologically, though, let me see here. Episodes, season 1. No. Episode order list. So the Ron Factor is the new Ron. Must be Twin Factor. Where is? Oh, season 2. I'm sorry. The Ron Factor. Yeah, so season 2 right here. The Ron Factor, total budget. So grudge match. So yeah, so he started very early in season 2. That's what he started right there. Because Ron the Man, that's still season 1, I believe. But according to the wiki, according to the facts, Stephen Loader started working in season 2. He was working for Jake Long American Dragon in the first season, but after the first season, he left and he started working on Kim Possible. Those are the facts, all right? I didn't make this up. Are you excited to see Hexed when it comes out? I am. Hexed. Let me see here. I don't remember. Let me look it up one sec. Hexed animated. Am I excited? I'm not really that excited, I'll be honest with you. Because I'm not excited because I don't know. I'm just not that excited to watch Hexed. But if it turns out good, then yeah. I'm also not a big fan. Oh, not a big fan. I'm also not super big fan of Has Been Hotel, but I know there's a lot of people that enjoy Has Been Hotel. Now, Has Been Hotel is a fantastic show, fantastic series. I just didn't have the time to watch it, so I haven't watched enough clips to be like, wow, what a fantastic show. Maybe Has Been Hotel is a great show and I would love it, but I haven't watched it completely. So I'm not hating on Hexed. I'm not hating on Has Been Hotel. I'm sure they're great. I myself just haven't delved deep into it. So when Hexed comes out, I'll probably watch it with my siblings, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. For sure. Yeah, Steve Loader also directed A Stitch in Time in movies. Yes, that is correct. Vegas, hey Vegas, how you doing? In one episode of Jake Long at a Halloween party, I think there's a girl wearing the KP Cheer uniform. Let me see here. Jake Long American Dragon. Steve Loader became the full director for every Kim Possible. How do you compare Hex to Has Been Hotel? Well, I'm not comparing Hex to Has Been Hotel. All I'm saying is that like Has Been Hotel, I don't really have, what's it called? I watched a little bit of the trailer of Hex, so I don't know much about it. But Has Been Hotel, I watched a little bit of Has Been Hotel. So I'm also not a big fan of it. I'm sure it's enjoyable. There's a big fan base. So I'm not comparing it at all. I'm just saying that I didn't really put much attention to both shows, or the trailer for Hex at least. So this is let's see here. Jake Long American Dragon. Let me see. I think, yeah, maybe there is something like that. Let me look it up. Give me 1 second here. Let me see here. Jake Long American Dragon. Kim Possible. Give me 1 second. Oops, sorry. I have to get something. Let's see here. Middleton exists in American Dragon Jake Long. So somebody actually, let me see if I can find that picture. Oh, there it is. I found it. Guys. I found it. Let me see. What did I put on here? American Dragon Possible. All right. Found it. So I found it. It's right here. This is the image. This is the image that people are talking about. That Jake Long, American Dragon, and Kim Possible exist in the same universe. And I agree, because Jake Long and Lilo and Stitch, and also the Proud Family, and also Recess, they're all part of the same universe. Somehow. So yeah, these two shows could have had more, there could have been more collaboration, more combination of these two shows. It just didn't happen. Now, this first season of Jake Long American Dragon will always be my favorite because look at the art. It's so fluid, so beautiful, so very nice. But the second season of Jake Long American Dragon, I don't like the art of Rose or Jake. But here is this is the image that they were talking about right here in Halloween. You know, so maybe it does, or maybe I don't know, or maybe the show. I think it does. I think that it does. You know, so Dragon first season versus second. So as you can see here, you know, I think I made a video like this in the past, but I'm not a big fan of the second season of Jake Long American Dragon. The art, that is. The art is just like instead of like Jake Long was this very like buff looking dragon, very nice style, but then he became a lanky skeleton version, and I did not like that. Look at this. Look what they did to my boy. Look what they did to my boy. This is not absolute cinema. This is the downfall. All right, and I can show you. I mean, look at this. It's very jaggy and not fluid. And poor Jake and poor Rose as well. Like I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. But this happened after Steve Loader left, and I think a new director appeared. So Dragon second season director. They received a brand new director. I don't know who was the second season's director, but I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan. Okay. So same director. Never mind. Same director. So anyways, Steve, you made a terrible choice. I'm sorry. I thought it was a different director, but same director. My bad. Steve, you messed around. But yeah, unfortunately, I did not like the second. I don't know why they changed the design, but they did, and it was tragic. It was bad. Star Dante Basco, of course. But yeah, sad day. All right, what is up, chat? Will you be watching Coyote versus Acme? Yes, I will be watching Coyote versus Acme when it comes out. Definitely. I'm a big fan of Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes Back in Action was, let's see, Looney Tunes Back. So Looney Tunes Back in Action is one of my favorite live action animated shows. It's a great movie. It has this wonderful actor. What's his name? Ferris Bueller. No, that's not his name. His name is I forgot his name. But he's there. He's a great guy. He was in The Mummy as well. What else do we have here? Is there another reason why you're not that excited for the upcoming movie? I'm just not that excited for Hexed. I'll be honest with you. I'm just not that excited. There's no other reason. I'll watch it. Maybe I will be very excited for it. But to be honest with you, Mr. Supersonic, I have not been watching a lot of animated shows as of recent. But like I said, maybe Hexed is going to be a wonderful movie, and I'm just not that interested at the moment. But I'm just not that excited. Like, I watched the trailer, it looks nice, but I'm not like, oh my god, I can't wait to watch Hexed. Wow. I'm not like that, you know? I'm not like, OMG, I can't wait to watch it, you know? Like, when the Kim Possible live action movie came out, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait till it comes out. I was very excited for the Kim Possible live action, and it was a complete disappointment, and I was very angry. But same thing with Hexed. With Hexed, I watched it. I thought it was a nice trailer. I thought it was, I'm sure it's going to be great, but I'm not excited for it. Also, I'm 32, so my likes, I guess, are changing a little bit. I'm more into the classics now, like classic animation, like more stuff like this, I also was not that excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like, it's a nice film, it's a nice movie, but I wasn't as excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day like I was for Iron Man. When Iron Man came out, fantastic. When Transformers came out, oh my god, I was super excited. I'm still excited now, rewatching the movies. There you go, Brandon Fraser. Hey, Moonflower, how you doing? Hello. Moonflower, did you change your username a little bit? It looks like you did. You also changed your profile picture. Is that from Ergo Proxy, the anime, by any chance? I'm doing well, by the way. The actors are on top of the DVD. The actors lists. Where's that? Ah, there it is. I didn't see it. You can see that. Yeah, you're correct. There is Brendan Fraser, Jenna Elfman, and Steve Martin. Fantastic. Steve Martin. I know Steve Martin from what's it called? Spaceballs. Spaceballs is a fun movie. As I said, I am a fan of the classics. I am definitely 100%. I will always be a fan of the classics. Back in the day, I used to watch a ton of movies, a ton of shows. Nowadays, I don't watch as many. Unfortunately. All right, back to the topic. Why? Because I keep going on a tangent. Why is Kim Possible one of the best animated shows that portrays cheerleading? That is because the art directors and the writers did a fantastic job in the research. There was an actual video on YouTube a long time ago, like back in 2018, I believe, 2019, where when I first started this YouTube channel and doing research on Kim Possible. So back in the day, there was a DVD. No, you could only see this video in DVD, and somebody just posted on YouTube. They were interviewing the artists and Steve Loader. They were interviewing them and asking them about Kim Possible, the style, the fashion, and they were saying that they were doing a lot of research when it came to teen culture, when it came to fashion with teenagers, fashion with girls, guys, 90s fashion, early 2K fashion, and when it came to cheerleading, they did a lot of research as well. Kim Possible has fantastic sound, background sound, and gym sounds. If you rewatch the Kim Possible A Stitch in Time, no, A Stitch in Time, is it? No, a Kim Possible Soda Drama movie, right here, in this particular scene, you can hear the squeaking of shoes and particular background noises you would hear in a high school gym. Like, the sound design is amazing in this movie. I know a lot of people skip the sound design, but the sound design for Kim Possible is amazing. Some of the mannerisms, some of the ways the characters move is so fluid and so nice. And it's just great. And a lot of new shows are missing that. But Kim Possible had fantastic cheer routines, wonderful outfits. Like, some of the stuff that happened in the Kim Possible series was accurate, except, of course, for the cheerleading midriff. This midriff, high schools, they don't do that for uniforms. Usually they cover the whole belly button, the whole navel area. They cover that. This is usually for like college. In college football, the cheerleaders usually wear like this, but for high school, they don't do this. And I think it was a creative decision made by the artists or Steve Loader, because Kim Possible, the cheerleading, had a lot of influence from the movies Bring It On. Now, Bring It On. From this movie, okay? Now, Bring It On, I believe, I don't remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this has a lot of cheer competition, and it takes place in a high school, right? So Kim Possible had a lot of influence and a lot of inspiration from this type of Hollywood media. There were even some cheerleaders in the Kim Possible series that we see really briefly that have these colors, like this, because Kim Possible there is a cheer competition, I believe. It's when Ron and Kim switch brains, right? And Ron has to do Kim's routine, and you see girls dressed like this. So Kim Possible has a big, draws a lot of inspiration from movies such as this that were very popular in the early 2000s. This movie, Bring It On, got released before Kim Possible. This movie was released back in the year 2000 compared to Kim Possible, which was released in 2002. So there you go. Anyways, fun movie. A little bit too sensual, and like this particular shot was also, we can see it in A Stitch in Time when all the cheerleaders are basically like doing the little routine and the beginning of the episode or the movie A Stitch in Time. But yeah, Again, as I was saying, there back in the day, back in 2018, 2019, there was this video on YouTube where Disney went behind the scenes and was asking the art directors and character designers about fashion, teen fashion, and they were talking about the outfit, why they chose a certain aesthetic for Kim Possible, the types of research they were doing when it came to fashion. And we know that Kim Possible has a lot of fashion, right? Club Banana, for example, is a good. I'm gonna say example twice, but Club Banana is a good example of what I'm talking about. Also, the Fashionistas, and there's several episodes where we see fashion in the Kim Possible series, which of course the live action just kind of shooed away. So it's another great thing. I don't know of another show, like I stated before, that has as much that puts as much effort and detail into fashion or cheerleading like Kim Possible. Except of course the Barbies, Barbie shows, Barbie movies, and the Winx Club, which is another great show. It's an Italian show, right? Steve Martin was not in. Are you sure he was not in Spaceballs? I swear he was in Spaceballs. No? Steve Martin. Yes, he was. Oh, no, he wasn't. You're right. Steve Martin. You're right. He was not in Spaceballs. Or was he? Was he in Spaceballs? Nah, he was not in Spaceballs. Oh, he was in this one. The Jerk. That's... he was in that one. He was in The Jerk. That's what I'm thinking about. I was like, Spaceballs. He was in The Jerk. Yeah. He was in The Jerk. Planes, trains, automobiles. Yes, Bring Down the House and Cheaper by the Dozen. That is correct. But he was in The Jerk. That is where I remember him from. Vegas says they did fix the midriff at the end, which some actually complained about. Also, little funny but kind of surprised they even joked about the skirt and shorts a couple of times in this kind of show. Yeah, they did. They did joke a little bit about the skirts and a little bit about the dress, basically the dress part of the the girls. The skirt, shorts, they did joke a little bit about that. But the girls in this show, they don't wear shorts under their skirt. They wear looks like some kind of granny panty that they wear. Mr. Supersonic says, I kind of don't think there was a point of having the KP characters showing their cheering belly outfits and couldn't cover them. Yeah, there wasn't a point. Like I said, it was an inspiration or somebody saw it, bring it on, and they're like, yeah, those outfits. Let's make the girls wear something like that. Considering that most high schools in the real life have cheering outfits. Yeah. Vegas says, he was just in a show with Selena Gomez. Cool, he's still going. Martin Short, yeah. I'm trying to catch up to all the comments here. Anyway, so these are most of the cheerleaders, the main cheerleaders in the Middleton High School cheer squad. The main ones, because there are other ones that we do see, that some are nameless, but these are the ones that come up the most. Of course, we have Kim. This one right here with the reddish hair is Crystal. We've got Jessica. We've got... Where's she, Crystal? I forgot. We've got... Which one's Hope? Okay, this is Marissa, right? This is Hope. This is Marissa. Tara, Becky G. I'm just kidding, Becky G. Britney Spears? No. Bonnie Rockwaller. What is her name? Ja something, right? Her name is I forgot. I have the picture somewhere. Let me look it up 1 sec. I've got the picture. Aha, found it. Give me 1 second here. Her name is Liz. There we go. Her name is Liz. Found it, guys. There it is. So I got Tara, Jessica, Marcella, Hope, Kim, Bonnie, Liz, and Crystal are basically the main Kim Possible cheerleaders. Their designs are fantastic. By the way, this design was made a while back by somebody on DeviantArt. Marcella and Hope, they look very similar, right? But they're not. They're not related at all, I believe. Hope has Asian parents. Marcella, she might be Hispanic, Latina. I don't know. She might be Hispanic, Latina. This is funny because story time. So back in high school, okay, it's kind of funny that Hope and Marcella kind of look similar, and that Hope is Asian. I know Hope is Asian because I have seen her in the show with her parents, and her parents kind of look Asian, okay? I'm not stereotyping things here. I'm just telling you what I see in the show. Anyways, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure she's Filipina, or, I just know she's Asian. Marcella, though, we don't see her parents, but because of her name, maybe because of her looks, I would say that she is Hispanic Latina. Now, as I was saying here, story time. Back when I was in high school, okay, one of my teachers said that one time she got in trouble, or she had a hard time because she couldn't tell this Vietnamese girl from this Mexican girl. Both of them looked very similar, and she used to confuse them all the time. Similar story with Marcella and Hope. Right? So it was my English teacher, I think. She was saying that whenever she would call on somebody, she would, mistake them for each other. She would mistake their names. And they used to get so mad. They used to get so pissed because, the teacher would confuse them. But they look similar. I can imagine the same situation, the same thing happening to these two girls here. Right? They look a little bit similar. They look a little bit related, but they're not. And I'm sure that in Middleton, Hope, and Marcella, they get along, but in the show, they're not like very close at all. And I'm pretty sure if they do have some classes together, if they are in the same classroom, teachers might have a maybe a little bit of a difficult time in telling them apart. So they might call Marcella Hope, or they might call Hope Marcella. And these two girls, they seem like they have some attitude. They might have not attitude problems, but they seem like they might have a little bit of an attitude and get a little bit mad when their names and appearances get mixed up or confused. So I can definitely relate in real life. Okay, I did have a teacher that told me that this happened to them as well. They had an Asian girl, a Mexican girl. They looked similar. Names were different. She used to confuse them. Students used to get like a little bit mad at her. Or super mad at her. I don't know. And those two girls did not get along. They used to hate each other because people confused them. And of course, we have Tara. Again, Jessica, Kim. And then we do have other ones as well. Oh, by the way, Liz, Crystal and Liz, they got similar hairstyles. All right, back to the comment section. I'm reading the chat here, okay? I'm reading the chat. Let's see here. The man who did the sound effects in Police Academy was in Spaceballs. Oh, yes, he was. Yes. He was one of the not tech guys. He was one of the, one of the guys wearing helmets. Moonflower says, I don't know if you're into Pokemon, but what do you think of the new show Pokemon Concierge? So I haven't watched Pokemon in so many years, Moonflower. So I'm not into Pokemon like I used to be. When I was younger, back in the 90s, early 2000s, I used to watch the show, collect the cards. But unfortunately, I haven't watched any new Pokemon anime, unfortunately. You can tell which one is Marcel. Marcel has a mole. That is correct. Yes, Marcella. Her name is Marcella. Where's she at? Let me see. Yeah, so Marcella has a mole, and she also has like this thing, this slit on her hair that separates her hair. And this is Hope. Yeah. Even though that is a big differentiating thing on them physically, people still confuse them. I mean, similar skin tone. Look, these two girls have similar skin tone, similar height, similar body style, physique, maybe. But yeah, See? Here's Marcella. This is Marcella. This is Hope. And I can definitely tell why people can confuse them. So, yeah. 20 years old now. It says, have you seen the Shaggy Dog remake with Tim Allen? I watched that movie the other day, and it was kind of weird. I do remember that. Yes, I do. And it is kind of weird. Definitely is kind of weird. 100%. 100% it is kind of weird. The Shaggy Dog. Let's see here. The Shaggy Dog. Dog? 26 film. Yeah, I do remember this. 100% I do remember that. It was a very, very, very weird movie. I mean, Disney used to make very strange movies. They used to make movies about everything back in the day. You know, back in the day, they used to make movies about, I mean, Ants, the movie is pretty good. But I don't know, the Y2K, early 2000s, Disney and other movie studios would make movies about just about anything. Anything, okay? But in the early days, it was very popular to make movies about animals. Like, for example, Homeward Bound? I don't know. Is that how you spell it? Homeward Bound. This used to be a very popular movie. I used to have it in VHS. It was a very popular movie back in the day. And these movies were really popular. You know, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Animal movies like this. Also, Good Boy, you know, like Good Boy movie. That's not it. Not that one. This one. So not the creepy one, but this one. So yeah, these, you know, there was this. There was also Cats and Dogs. Cats and Dogs. This movie, back in the early days, this was a big hit. Back in 2001, huge. It's still funny to this day. Like, to this day, I think this movie is pretty funny. Spy Cats and Spy Dogs. But yeah, in the early 2000s, these movies were very popular, and people made a lot of these different animal movies. If you haven't watched Cats and Dogs, it's basically a world where cats and dogs are always trying to get at each other. Cats are evil. Dogs are good because they're man's best friend. Lotta. That's as much as I can remember. All right. But yeah. This cat was creepy. I mean, the CGI was kind of new, but it was very creepy. Very, very creepy. Hello, Joshua Peters. How you doing? Oh, Air Bud. Yeah, they used to make movies about... I mean, Air Bud. Oh my gosh, Air Bud movies. There were a ton of Air Bud and dog movies. It was crazy. There was a dog that knew how to play football, a dog that knew how to play basketball, a dog that knew how to play soccer, a dog that knew how to play every single sport. It's crazy. Baseball, any sport you can think. Ping pong. I don't know. Table tennis. Dogs could do everything back in the day. And people would watch them, and Disney would make tons of money on these. And I used to watch these movies, so yeah. That's how it was. Air Bud and the Buddy spin-off film as well. Underdog, the Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Yeah, so many movies in the early 2000s. Hey, how's it going, True? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Like number 4, brother. Good to see you. Like number 4? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, good to see you as well. True. Great to see you here. Hey, I support you as well in your YouTube journey, because I also know you got a YouTube channel. Chris says, Disney animal movies, The Ugly Duck Hunt, The $1 Million Duck, and That Darn Cat. Yes, there was a bunch of movies like that back in the day. Let's see here. That Darn Cat. Yep, these movies were a big hit back in the day. But they were funny, you know. They were very funny movies in the early 2000s. But this era kind of died down. Like nowadays, if they make a dog movie, it's not gonna make as much money as Avengers. Right now, because Disney has Avengers, and they have Phineas and Ferb and other animated shows, those are a bigger priority. Back in the day, it was animal shows that were a big priority. Moonflower says, do you use Reddit by any chance? Yes, I do use Reddit. Just to like look at news, download wallpapers, troll people, and stuff like that. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it, True. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Great to see you here. Great to see you here. But yeah, Moonflower. Do you use Reddit, Moonflower? I know you use Reddit for sure. Oh, not there. Go away. Cause so back in the day, I had an active Reddit account. Go away. Top chat. Let me see. Live chat. There we go. I fixed it. Moonflower says, sorry if I'm not too active now, by the way, just not in the mood. That's okay, Moonflower, not to worry. I had to change the chat from top because I don't know why YouTube does this. It changes everything. I have to put everything on live chat. I keep forgetting that, but yeah. Yeah, not to worry, Moonflower. Don't worry. You can just listen to what I have to say. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here today. Welcome True and Chris and Moonflower and Chris Hanberry and Mr. Supersonic. Always great to have you guys here, like I said at the beginning. My voice is like fading a little bit. And but yeah, anyways, the early 2000s had a lot of that influence. And also cheerleading was a thing and dancing was a thing. You know, Kim Possible cheerleading, big thing. And dancing like Step Up. The Step Up movies. You guys remember the Step Up movies? These were great. There was Step Up 2, Step Up 3D, and I think this was the first movie where I saw, what's his name? I forgot his actor's name. He looks like he was in 21 Jump Street. Anyways, my favorite Step Up movie was Step Up 3. Because there was Step Up 2. Step Up 3D was pretty cool. But yeah, these movies are big also in the early 2000s as well. Like, I mean, the music was great. Dancing was cool. And people used to pop, lock, and drop it or something. There's also Stomp the Yard. Stomp the Yard. Also another dancing movie that was very big. Channing Tatum. There you go. Thank you. I keep forgetting stuff. You see, Mr. Supersonic? You see what I'm saying? I forget stuff. Thank you for reminding me. I forget everything. Step Up is 20 years old. Wow. How time flies. Time just keeps, flying. And man, I'm going to be 100 years old. Just joking. Not yet. Anyway, Stump the Yard, another great movie. I used to watch this movie with my cousins as well. Great music. I remember in middle school, they were trying to kids were trying to dance like them. It's crazy stuff. But it didn't last very long, unfortunately. Everything that has to do with media and entertainment, these things don't last very long. They're part of an era, and sometimes they come back to life, and sometimes they just end up stale and dead, like they are. But yeah, Stump the Yard, Bring It On, You Got Served, all these dancing movies, big part of the early 2000s. Big part of the early 2000s. Joshua Peters says, I have a picture of Kim and Ron kissing at the prom for my back on my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Oh, on the back of your Galaxy S25 Ultra. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's take a look at that. So, Kim Possible, Ron kissing. Hopefully nothing weird comes out. Let me see. Okay, hopefully nothing too weird comes up. Oh, it's not on here. I need your love. Boom. All right, so where did I put that one? Here we are. Bam. Images. There we go. Okay. So, boink, 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 boink. Let me fix my browser here. Found it. Found the picture. So here is a picture of this actually also happened. You guys remember this, right? Bonnie tried to steal Kim Possible's man, but it didn't happen because Kim was there and she was about to beat her up. So what Bonnie did was end up crying like a loser. And poor Kim, she ended up looking like the bad guy. But Kim had the full right to beat her up. Stand her ground. Anyways, here's a picture of Kim and Ron kissing. Fantastic kiss, by the way. Great, great kiss. I think the movie could have been better, but it was good enough for me. It could have been better, good enough. It was good enough because we got a season 4, which is great. But that's incredible. That's very cool, man. Or very cool, Joshua, that you have a picture of Kim and Ron kissing as well. I also love this scene right here when they just walk into prom holding hands and everybody's like, everybody just like not sighs. Is it a sigh? No, everybody like gasps. There you go. Everyone gasps in surprise, like, they're dating. And then Bonnie tries to put them down, be like, oh my gosh, look, the popular girl and the nerd are dating. But then everybody just cheers because everybody is supportive. See right here, like she's like, everyone look. And then like everybody just has a dead stare, like finally. Everybody has a deadpan expression because they're just saying finally, they're dating. Let me see here. Let me see if I can show you that scene. Man, everybody has a terrible quality. Let me see here. Kim Possible prom. Hopefully my computer doesn't overheat. Let me see if I can show you that particular scene. Okay, is it? Hi, here you go. Ha! All right, so here is the scene. Let me just. Where's the volume at? There we go. So here is the scene where Kim and Ron just come up and everybody just gasps.
It finally happened. She's dating that loser. Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable are dating?
Everybody just like, finally, right? They're just happy. They're happy for them. Even Brick. You can see Brick right here. He's whistling. Watch. Right here. Let me just. So Brick right here is whistling at them. Everybody's happy for them. Bonnie's the only one. I mean, Bonnie looks great. Great in her outfit. She has great fashion sense as well. But she is very angry. She's very disturbed. She's not happy that everybody is cheering for them. But there you go. See? Everybody's cheering. And then we have this song come up. And of course, we know that the singer that is singing this prom song is Christy Carson Romano. Wonderful song. It's a classic. It's a classic for sure. So, great ending. Fantastic ending. I still think like I said, this animated movie could have been better, but it had to be rushed because this was supposed to be the final Kim Possible project. But the fans, of course, couldn't just live with this. They wanted more Kim and Ron, and that's why we got season 4. And here we see Tara. I think that's Hope. Jessica right here. And I don't know who the rest are. Tara's dating. I don't know who that is. And then they kiss. Yeah, everybody. The janitor is happy. Like everybody wanted Kim and Ron to end up together. Everybody saw it, but nobody really said anything. Because everybody respects Kim and Ron's privacy to a certain point. They're not gonna pressure them. But like, hey buddy, hey Ron, just ask her out, man. Or the girls are not gonna tell Kim, hey Kim, you should date Ron. It's not it's not the right thing to do or to say. You gotta keep it on the down low. People just hope that something would happen between them, and it did. So everybody's cheering, saying finally they ended up together. But yeah. Mr. Supersonic says, do you remember Disney's Fast Play? Yes, I do. I used to have DVDs with that. It has been used on a lot of Disney DVDs since the early 2000s, about like home theater and VHS style, and also would allow the viewer to skip the main menu. Yeah, that is correct. But I used to like the main menu music sometimes and the effects. The thing we don't get with digital, guys, is we don't get the extra commentary. We don't get the deleted scenes. We don't get deleted content, hidden content information like we got in the DVDs. You see, back in the day, you had, with DVDs, you had those things. And, we're the big media companies, they're getting rid of the DVD. And it's really a disaster because, like I was saying, back in the day when you got a DVD, you had hidden scenes or deleted scenes. You had commentary from the actors, directors. You had, behind the scenes of how it's made, of a particular movie or show. And that was great because you got extra content. You got more out of that physical copy, out of that DVD. Now, if you bought the more expensive DVD, then of course you got more content. Sometimes you even got a free poster, right? Which is great. Nowadays, you buy something on, let's say, I don't know, on Amazon Prime. You buy a movie or you buy a digital. That's it. You don't get any behind the scenes, any deleted content, nothing. You just get the movie and that's it. You paid your $40 for the movie, $30, and that's it. But you don't get any more content, right? It's really sad, really, really sad what society has come to when it comes to media, right? And that's what I'll miss. That's what I'll miss because the last media that I bought was 4K video. I bought a 4K version of there's this 1954 56 movie of the Ten Commandments that is incredible. They filmed it in Egypt. I also have other what was that movie called? It was called what is that movie called? That movie was called Lawrence of Arabia. This movie is incredible. Incredible landscape, cinematography, art, the direction, everything. Great. So I'm a big fan of Lawrence of Arabia. This movie was just made incredible scenery. If you have a 4K TV, it looks incredible. And I'm also a big fan of the Ten Commandments, 1956. This one also made very well, very good. Big fan of this. Big fan of Ben-Hur. Was that 1959? Yeah, this one. Incredible movie. Okay. Incredible cinematography. Love the colors. Love everything about this film. Right? So films like this, they can't make. I mean, they could make them, but they just won't. They'd rather use CGI. They don't want to film in location. But yeah, these movies, they were packed. If you bought like the movie, the 4K or the VHS or whatever, and the DVDs at least, you got like a lot of content, And nowadays you get nothing, right? But these movies are incredible. Lawrence of Arabia, Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments. I'm sure there are other ones that I'm missing, but these movies are incredible, and we're missing a lot of this originality, and we're missing a lot of deleted content that couldn't make it to the actual film and commentary. Right? DVD commentary is funny and fantastic to hear sometimes. So yeah, I miss that, and I don't know if we'll ever get it back. I don't know if we'll ever get physical media back, because apparently Sony and other companies are deciding to say no more DVDs, no more physical media if you go to Best Buy. Okay? Not Best Buy, sorry. GameStop. If you go to GameStop, right? And you buy Grand Theft Auto 5 when it comes out, right? You buy GTA 5, you see the box, you're like, man, maybe the game's inside. I wonder what's inside the box. All you're gonna get inside that tiny little box is just a little a serial number. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get a serial number with the game code. That's it. The game code, and you're gonna get this like little flunky what is it? GameStop games. Yeah, so you're just gonna get this box and a little itsy bitsy game code, serial number, whatever. I mean, that's it. When you buy GTA 6, it's just that little box, and inside just some numbers, and there you go, guys. you know, you're gonna have to buy the deluxe edition to actually get some physical stuff, and even the deluxe editions of the game are limited. Not everybody can buy them, so I hate that. I hate it. But that's the society we're living in. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. That is a slogan from the World Economic Forum. Unfortunately. Mr. Supersonic says, also the narrator of Fast Play. The narrator of Fast Play is the same voice as Monkey Fist. Really? Tom Kane. Oh, that's right, Tom Kane. Yeah. Tom Kane. Absolutely, yeah. Oh man, sorry, I had to burp. Yeah, Tom Kane is he's a fantastic also voice actor. Tom Kane, fantastic voice actor. He voiced a lot of recognized characters. But yep, the late Tom Kane. I do know him from the Powerpuff Girls because the Powerpuff Girls is a fantastic show. Love that show. And the creator of the Powerpuff Girls married the creator of My Little Pony. You know, a marriage made in heaven, a relationship made in heaven. Look at Tom Kane. Tom Kane with all these baddies. My favorite baddie here has to be her right here. She is Tara Strong. And Tara Strong has a wide range of voices. She voices a lot of characters, probably more characters than any other voice actor I know. You know? She is incredible. He recently reunited with the original Powerpuff Girls cast, making the first time they had come together since Tom Kane's stroke in the 2020. So we have Bubbles. I don't know who these are, but I know that's Bubbles. Tom Kane also narrated movie trailers and TV spots, most likely Up. Gotcha. Yeah, he's a fantastic voice actor. All right. Anyways, back to the topic because I keep going on a tangent, which I don't mind, but I want to stay on topic here because, you know, the cover image here is Kim Possible shining as the main face protagonist of the Middleton High School Mad Dogs cheerleader captain. So Kim Possible is the captain, so we're gonna focus on her. And after Kim Possible, we have Bonnie Rockwaller. Bonnie Rockwaller is the vice captain of the cheer squad. So whenever Kim is not available, whenever Kim is not able to attend or do something with the cheer squad, that whole position and job goes then to the vice captain, which is then Bonnie Rockwaller. Now, a lot of people hate Bonnie, but Bonnie is a fantastic cheerleader as well, right? And although Bonnie and Kim have this rivalry, they actually complement each other when it comes to athleticism, gymnastics, and choreography. I think Kim, she gets a lot of this squad is great, not just because of Kim, but also because of Bonnie. They both complement each other, and the rivalry, I think, makes for a good team, right? I think Kim Possible has won the cheer competition a couple of times, I think. You know, and if Bonnie wasn't such a sour-faced girl, if she didn't have such a sour personality, I think that Kim and Bonnie would have been great friends. And you also got to give it to Bonnie. In order for Bonnie to be in that position that she is as vice captain, she has to have 1, good grades, 2, be a great athlete, and 3, be very charismatic. And Bonnie is very charismatic, okay, in the show. I know a lot of people hate Bonnie, like I said, but I'm complimenting her because if you put her evilness, if you put her corrupted mind to the side, She's not that bad of a girl. She just wants to be on top. And the problem is that Kim is on top. And Bonnie can't have that. It's like a bunch of CEOs, right? It's like Elon Musk and freaking oh, give me 1 second. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Anyways, yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, if I forgot. Anyways, if we put Bonnie's personality to the side, and we just see the rest of her, she is a fantastic student, and she's a great cheerleader as well. She just, is too absorbed with herself. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit of Kim Possible and talk a little bit of media in Hollywood with you guys today. I am going to end the live stream here. But once again, thank you very much for being here. Vegas Courier, Joshua Peters, Mr. Supersonic, Chris Hanberry. We also had True Nation here. And who else did we have? Moonflower as well. We had Moonflower here. Great to see you. It was nice to see all of you here. Very nice. If I didn't get to your question today, I'm very sorry. Hopefully next live stream I will get to your question or your comment. But I really have to go now. I only have like about an hour to live stream. I don't have that much time. But I had fun today talking about more Kim Possible, cheerleading, and media. So I will talk to all of you later. Take care. Have a fantastic night. And yeah, watch more awesome content so we can talk about it here in this live stream. All of you take care. And hasta la vista. Baby, that's what the Terminator said. Later.